those ranks.
What have you done? What have you done to me? A pawn cannot lecture the chosen of the gods. You serve the Absolute. You serve me. Bow, you dog. Bow! The prism. You've had it all this time, you worm. You will bow before me. And if you will not bow, you will break. You.
How good it is to see you again, Ketherick. At last you found a godmaster that suits you, it seems.
Halen. The thief. You stole Isabel from me, and now you think you'll take my life in the bargain?
You dare to speak her name? After your crimes innumerable, you would evoke her before me!
Enough! This ends here and now. At last.
He will crumble at the power of your touch. Give him all you have. The gods fight at our side!
to the chase.
My lord beckons me. You must return to your prison, and my daughter must be reclaimed.
Your daughter? Isabel.
As sure as she. This has only begun.
That tentacle was colossal. How can such a thing be possible?
That thing came from below. We need to find out where it took Ketheric.
The air is ripe with magic.
Trust me. Let's move.
My dogs are barking. Can we rest?
The General will call that a tactical retreat, I'm sure. But you have him on the run. That thing he summoned was illithid. Follow it below and find him, before he has a chance to subdue the Night Song again. I don't doubt it. But I'd come with you, if you'll have me. You have numbers enough already, I think. You'll want a small force, if you are to finish this quickly.
I would object, but sitting by the fire while you do all the hard work sounds marvelous, actually.
At your command.
The hole yawns back at you, impossibly wide. A single tentacle burrowed through stone.
This must be where they harvest the tadpoles. We're close to the source of the infections.
All of this sitting beneath moonrise. For how long? And how deep does it go?
At your command. Descend, assemble.
What to do?
Strikes me that
Tread carefully. We are very close to the source of the Absolute now. Our telepathic storm has become a tempest.
Down, down.
they're not attacking. Seems they think we're allies. Oh, the stench! I wonder how many pilgrimages to Moonrise ended down here.
No faces, only meat.
Prepare the march.
Stop. Only chop.
My chosen
Chop.
gather
Chop.
below.
Chop.
Discern, faithful.
Still loves me.
We depart.
Chop.
This lake of blood again. It's even bigger up close. An offering from Moonrise Towers.
chop, chop, chop.
No will sparks behind his eyes. His mind has been hollowed out to better echo the commands of the collective. You could kill it, end its miserable life of enslavement. Surely that would be the humane thing to do. You could take advantage of its vulnerability and plunder what's left of its hollow mind for anything that could serve you.
Master. No. Down. Deep. 1 of 3. 1 of 3.
Pliant as well-worn boots, his mind turns to his work. Chop, cut, sort, shiver of impact, crack of bone. He removes the brains, digs free the squirming tadpoles, the unworthy ones given over to the illithids to become.
Nursery. Here they become. Part of one mind. 4 little feet dancing to same song.
With a lurch, you realize he means the intellect devourers. Here, the brains are harvested, made part of the hive mind.
Chop, chop. Help them become. Faces gone. Faces. No faces, only me. Feet never stop. Only chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop.
The moment comes. The absolute moves. Not design, but
The hammer's gonna fall.
I feel glorious.
Empty vessel, nothing more. Lending voice to elder law. Empty vessel, nothing more. Lending voice to elder law.
Every soul made true.
Seems I can understand Illithid's script. Thank you, Tadpole.
Hurry now. The city calls out.
Empty vessel. Empty vessel.
Of many hearts, one soul.
Pardon? Wouldn't do to phlegm all over Lord Gortas during my first performance, would it? Acoustics are a little off in here. Which is... where, exactly? He heard me singing in Beggar's Rest. Said he needed someone to give voice to lost knowledge. A little over my head, being honest, but the Lord has gold. I trust he knows his business. Now, I'd best warm up. Truly? And my ma said the singing would come to naught. Oh, thank you, thank you!
Prepare the march. My chosen
Shh. This place listens. It knows. If we're going to escape, we have to be smart. This place is alive. A big thinking thing. And it needs our flesh to grow. I've seen them put corpses in the walls and they just melt away. So we've got to trick it, see? Make it think we're part of it. That's why the door's only open for...
Wait. How did you get in here? Away, slave! They might have taken your mind, but they won't have mine!
Every day he comes. Every day for 3 days to ask me how I feel. I want to tell, but I am confused. Which day is it?
We are his pets. His plan. Lord Gortash.
The first, yes. 5 days since he put that thing in my eye, but the first day he came to visit. He says I am the last, that the other subjects have all changed. Eye hurts, head hurts, but he says I am past the worst of it, that I won't change like the others. He's given me a place of honor, so he can repeat his miracle and a name. True soul. Separate cells. I never saw them, but when they changed...
My head! I can feel them in my head!
She whispers in my mind. She sings, praise the Absolute.
feeling of jubilance. It's gone. Oh, what a relief it is to return to a state of appropriate dread.
Baldur's Gate will know my design. Our design.
Fleet of mortals. How many true souls have passed through this place?
Descend. Prepare. Descend. Prepare. Evacuate.
General Thorm was attacked. The order to evacuate given. You should not be here. I conclude you are one of the attackers. I have no need for a throne. You would merely get in the way. Go on, make yourself useful somewhere. If you cannot manage that, just stay out of the way. coming. Do you feel it?
Heed the mistress. She is blessed.
Mind flayers and civilians, side by side. This must be where they infect and transform those they kidnap.
The device releases a stream of fragmented memories and emotions, all that remains of the pod inhabitant's former self. Delirium, mania, laughter. His mind broke before the end, and he was laughing uncontrollably as the skin fell from his face. Your tadpole forms a telepathic connection with the device, and a chorus of static energy fills your mind. Every mind flayer in the room calls out hungrily from its pod, seeking release and sustenance. But there are others in the pods, those not yet infected, not yet elithid, terrified, desperate to escape. The device is open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
Covered.
I think I could go another round this straight path.
The lance board is set. Indeed.
Bastards! Conjure some.
Hells. I didn't think I was going to make it. Thank you. I owe you an explanation. Much more than that. But first, please, the others, the ambush. Tell me they survived. You've heard some of it, I'm sure. That I froze, or broke, or some other lie that is kinder than the truth. We were ambushed by cultists, yes. And then I heard her, their false god,
whispering promises in my mind. I would be a paladin again, with a god's purpose, a god's power. Everything I needed to protect my people. And all the while, the cult tortured them. They fought and ran and died around me, while I imagined myself their savior. By the time I regained my senses, it was too late. I did not just surrender to the Absolute. For a moment, I welcomed it. It would be nice to think so, but whatever these monsters twist us into, I believe it begins in us. I won't make excuses. I can't make amends. But I know something of what you came to do. I want to help, if you'll let me. Ketheric is below. He thinks you're no longer a menace. Descend and show him how wrong he is. If there are any more survivors to be found, I'll find them and lead them out of this place. Only if you can trust it won't be buried in your back. The Absolute swayed me once before. I won't risk it happening again. Go, my friend. Please, let me do this much.
Brine pools. But empty of tadpoles.
Is that
unusual?
By Grazit's cock, it's about time you came. Go on and gloat. Bow to your pretend crowd. All done? Good. Now, enough sniffing around and get me out of this thing.
You recall an old incantation from a children's story, said to void a devil's contract. Abi diabole et nunquam redi.
I'll be damned. You want to free the pup from his pact. And you thought that idiotic display would do it. Oh, bravo. Fine, I'll play your game. But I amend the pact. Clause F, Section 9. Soulbinder shall bestow reward or favor only upon soul bearer's fulfillment of related obligation.
You've heard of this provision, better known as the You First clause.
Now, open the pod.
Your eyes turn to the control panel next to the pod. It has two devices marked with illithid symbols. The controls are open to your tadpole's command, to your authority. The symbol's meaning comes into focus. Annihilate. You decipher the symbol. It's an illithid sigil, meaning unleash.
Hells! What's happening? What have you...
Your heart burns red hot, then goes hollow. A presence disappears from your mind. The Hells have taken Will as their own. He is lost to the fires of Avernus.
Wait! What? No, this can't be! Bring him back! Bring him back now! Will! No! No! You did this. You killed Mazora, and she took Will back to the Hells with her. He's gone. Don't you understand? He's gone! There isn't. Will made a pact with the devil, then broke it. That means one thing. His soul is hers. How could I let this happen? To Will. To Will.
Descend. Prepare. Obey. Evacuate.
Is anyone else's tadpole squirming around a little more than usual?
It's reacting to something down here. We should prepare to do the same.
The platform's already here.
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Motherfucker. Gortash.
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes, with cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure, like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I've played my part.
You've built an army for our masters, true enough. But what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from him.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up.
so you haven't lost your edge. But you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager. The Slayer against the Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews again, again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketherick, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
The Edict of Bane.
The lash of Thor!
Testament of Merkel!
An elder brain. One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
Look at that crown. It radiates with power unlike anything I've ever seen. To have it. To hold. Oh, if only I could. But I can't. This is it. I must do as Mystra commands. What choice do I have? More than just a goddess counseled my courage. Whole worlds hang in the balance. I have no desire to end your life, you know that. To end it? To struggle on. It is a grave choice you're making for us both. But if it must be so... very well. I'll stand down to stand by you.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard, the Absolute.
Helm preserve us.
You wag your word flap in vain, olderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketherick, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.